What?
And we're back to Studio 115. What's up, guys? My name is Gallo. This is Steve and Brian, our producer / partner. Thank you for tuning in again. We got some crappy topics and some good ones. You're tuning in to where we talk a whole lot of nothing about a whole lot of nothing. So, Brian,
Shoot.
where you want to start?
What's with the metaverse? What's with the whole like construct of it? Because that I don't really understand. Like, how does that become the almost like the path leading to where jobs are going to be? Like, it's almost like they're paving a way.
Did you say paving?
Is it paving?
Paving.
Paving. Sorry. My bad. Paving a way to almost like rule out the need for anyone that, you know, crunches numbers or basically is an analysis at their job. I'm hitting the mic stand. To almost work from home, but then enter a virtual reality to work from home. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I Matrix.
Yeah.
When you're unplugged, you see how everyone's plugged in.
Uh-huh.
I think we're heading down there.
That's a scary thought, though.
It is, but you know, it attracts people. It's like, okay, this world is shit.
No.
But if you go into this verse, you know, you could be whatever you want to be. Do whatever you want. But I think it gives people that it's never too late, but, you know, quote unquote, that it's too late for them. You know, like, let's say you're 45 or 50 and you're like, you know, I would have loved to have been a millionaire and have businesses and all this. Mm-hmm. The meta could give you that, you know. You make your own world there. It's sort of like the whole Matrix thing.
Yeah.
You're plugged in.
That then leads to a dangerous road because
very.
It's like you're not a millionaire. Yeah, it's simulating as if you were a millionaire, but there are people that don't really grasp the concept of coming back to reality, which is a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine not saying video games are bad. However, if you use games that allow you to role play as the character and do, let's say, crimes or go on a certain spree, in the metaverse, if you're that character, like you're viewing the world from that point of view, if they don't grasp that once they take the headset off or whatever, and they come back to reality, what's to stop them from just continuing that onslaught or the damages that they were, you know, just doing? Not saying that everyone will do it, but you have a high percentage now where it might happen. If you leave it unchecked, it might happen.
I just think there's different levels of like escape from reality that they're pushing.
Mm-hmm.
How many times you or anyone, you know, goes watches a movie, plays a video game, reads a book, whatever, to escape their life, their reality, right? Maybe they're not having a good day, good week, good year, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You escape from it, right? You build something where it's like, hey, is your life miserable here? Put this on. You know?
True.
Could be a multi-millionaire, business owner, you know, women all over you, but it's all, you know, you're plugged into the system. That's what they feed you. So a lot of people will want to escape, you know? Maybe will work because they just have to, you know, provide. They're not happy where they are and all that shit, you know? But hey, I'll offer you this. It's tempting.
Oh yeah, no, it is tempting. Like, I would do it.
Yeah, just to see it, right? By the way, if you hear those sirens,
That's not us.
can't do that much. You know, they're out here looking for us.
And our bad content. But yeah, I would say I would do it because, like, even though I've used video games and movies to escape reality for just whatever segment, like time segment, that I'm away from thinking about all the bills I got to deal with and people I got to see. Like, I understand what happened. I understand that, you know, we got to come back to reality. There is work the next day. There is stuff that you got to do to prepare for, like, more average people, normal people would come to terms with that. All right, got to come back to reality. And, you know, but it offers a dangerous place of, you know, someone that doesn't really have a job tying them down and they don't need to work, you know, like maybe their parent is, you know, sheltering them, babying them their whole life, or even kids, like, let's say summer vacation, they don't have to go to school. If they're plugged into that the whole time, that could alter their, you know, perception of reality. You know?
Some people rather not face reality.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the whole point of being a person.
But that's how these people become millionaires, billionaires, feeding you a product. Hey, there was an episode, I don't know if you guys ever seen it or heard of. You heard American Dad?
Yeah.
It's not a spin-off, but, you know.
Family Guy.
Yeah. Where they would go on vacation, and it was the father plugging them in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then they found out, and then they thought it was so cool. So then the son plugs everyone in so he could just have his own time outside in the real world. And then the daughter does it. Everyone's doing it because they realize, like, oh, I get some me time. But they think, like, think about that, right? Like, we're in the beginning phases, right? 50, 100, who knows, whatever years from now. Imagine telling someone, you know, like, you could have that model and that Ferrari and that mansion. Just let us plug you in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this system digs deep into your wildest dreams and it will convert it to your reality. I mean, it sells, right?
It's a way to keep tabs on people.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the conspiracy theorist coming right in.
But it's true.
It's true.
No,
put,
yeah,
put
it is
everyone
true.
to sleep. And
it
have
would
them.
also, just going off of your idea, it would also kind of like scan, like, all right, what is everyone doing in the meta?
Of course. keep
And it's like,
tabs on
all
it.
right, this guy's been to like 27 hospitals and thrown 87 grenades. Like, this is a pattern. Hey, maybe we need to go take a visit to his establishments or any place that this person is. Like,
But just imagine that as a selling point.
time out.
Imagine.
Like, just to
Yeah.
go, okay.
No,
I
think
thought
about
what
it.
I was talking about as a selling point. I was like,
Think about a selling point, right? Somebody comes out, talks to the government or whatever, to try to get license, and the commercial is, has someone ever pissed you off?
okay.
No, think about it.
Uh-huh.
It sounds crazy, right? But is it really? Like I remember playing GTA 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, this is fun, pick up a prostitute. Like you pissed me off.
Yeah.
Now imagine that a selling point. Imagine the government saying, instead of these crimes being committed in real life, feed this to them, plug them in, and they could, as crazy as it may sound, and you need to be locked up and the key needs to be thrown away, but if you want to go on a killing spree, get plugged in. When you come back to the real world, none of that happens, but you fed all your...
It's a nice thought.
It's a nice...
sounds sick, right?
It's a nice thought in hopes of it eliminates the urge to do it. It could go completely wrong
Of course.
and feed the urge to do it.
Yes.
Like, they're just like trying to perfect.
Like, no system is perfect, right?
Like-
But what do they say that the working man, right, quote unquote man, the working man, goes to work miserable at his job to provide for his family, right? Comes home, just ponders his life, like, oh, I love my family, but that's the scarier one, right? Because you don't know where their mind goes, or like if it snaps. But if you have this place where you could just go to for an hour or so to relieve stress, quote unquote. Like, no system is perfect, but think about that selling point.
I would like to even open up, just because you said the working man, I'm for equality on this one. Just think of like the moms. Their husbands go to work, let's say 8 o'clock, come back 5 o'clock, but they also work, because let's be ideal here. In this day and age, you need 2 incomes in the household. Everything is so expensive.
And still not enough.
And still not enough. So let's say, as the mom, wife, you see off your husband, you bring the kids to school, then your day starts. Now, that's just waking up the kids, making breakfast for them, making sure their lunches are packed. That or there, just trying to harness that chaos. And successfully doing it takes a lot out of you. Then you still got to face the day at work. Whatever that brings in. Then you got to come home, pick up your kids. If, whatever, you take that hour lunch just to pick up your kids, bring them to, home, whatever the scenario may be. Or maybe like they get picked up and you have your hour lunch, whatever. Then you get home the same time that your husband gets home. Or just for happenstance, let's just make it a little bit more juicier. Your husband comes home first. Then you show up. You walk in the door, tired, deflated. You just want a nice shower, maybe a nice meal. You get in the door, you're like, yeah, okay. And your husband goes, what's for dinner, babe? He never even started fucking dinner. Just that fury and rage building up.
No, the women get way more tired. I give that to them. But think of this. Everything you just said, right?
But as a man.
So, Brian Industries,
Uh-huh.
You come to me. You want me to invest.
Okay.
Your pitch is the woman has to get up, like you said, prep the kids, send them off, send off the husband, then go to work, whether it be work at home or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, but you clean, you get everything
Yeah.
ready, right? You had your kids when you were young. Do you feel like you missed out? Well, my product taps into your deepest desires, whether that be going out clubbing. Well, plug in. Go to any club you want in the world. Maybe it's, damn, I don't know, Johnny Depp. Sexy. You want to have sex with him. Plug yourself in. Hey, it's not cheating. Like, once you're done with reality, plug yourself in and
So
go to these.
that's where it would come. At that point, hey, it's not cheating. That's a what would it call, blurred line? Because like technically no,
Oh, these, but
but like men don't really have cognitive thinking when it comes to like, you know, their wife
no, of course.
looking elsewhere for.
No, absolutely. And then there will be, because no system is ever perfect. But what I'm
Mhm.
saying is, you guys obviously, like my lady, I love my kids. Don't regret them. But if I could go back, do some things for myself.
So you haven't been beaten since last episode.
No.
You're really doubling down trying to
No,
be beaten.
not me. I'm saying her.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She says, quote, I love my kids. Wouldn't change them for the world. And you as a parent, right? Is really not far-fetched where they say, I wouldn't change them for the world. But if I could go back, set myself up better, maybe finish school, maybe start my business, whatever, right? What the case is, I would do that because now I see how tough it is, right? Or having a kid at 18, you don't get to experience maybe what other 18-year-olds would. Imagine, I'm just saying as a pitch to create this verse, which they already do. And imagine how more is going to grow where you could just talk to anybody in the world and to basically tell them your deepest desires, it could come true here. And you just become part that's what the metaverse is to me. That's where it's leading to.
I would hope so. Because I mean, like, let's say someone that's handicapped wants to go visit Rome. Now, Rome isn't a handicap friendly, area. It's not that, they don't want to be. It's just, it was built centuries ago. How do you rework into modern times what was built before without ruining the structure?
It's a million and more selling points. Were you born not being able to walk? Or get plugged in.
I don't know how they would replicate being able to walk.
Think about how science could get to that point where it's like, it's almost like a dream, right? You want to know what it is to feel like to run in a marathon or to even just walk around the park. Something you could never experience. You could experience there. How many people would lead to that?
See, that's where I would throw in reality and be like, just walk around the park. Granted, there are a lot of idiots out there nowadays where, you don't feel safe in your area. You don't feel safe in your neighborhood, in your parks, because these lowlives decide, let's terrorize the neighborhood because we aren't full members of society that have a job. And it's like, why? Why can't you just let people live?
Tell you the truth, it's tempting. I mean, I give you a little scenario. How many times I get pissed off at somebody on the road, right? And I just want to go into some crazy road rage. I get to work. I'm just not having a good day. You know, customers are pissing me the hell off. I get home. You know, my lady maybe is on the, you know, her monthly thing. She's pissing me off. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, make sure the kids are in bed. My lady goes to sleep. Man, I just need to plug myself in. Go on a little road rage.
Pit maneuver people.
Yeah, right? Put myself in the car and just start slamming people and program it to where there's idiots on the road and I get to. And it satisfies all that. When I'm done, take it off. Go to sleep. It's scary, but imagine that's where they want you to go.
Honey, where's the bed wet? Shit myself. Go to bed.
I mean, what do you think? I'm selling a metaverse to you and I'm saying, hey man, you could go back when you were 20. What do you want? And you tell me, well, I would like to start my own business. I'd like to have all this money, travel the world. Oh, you know what? I said, I'll make that program for you right now. And it'll feel completely real. Isn't it? Maybe to us, it's like, nah, I'd rather live reality. Yeah. But imagine 20 years from now, where the kids are already.
Of course.
You know, you try to have a conversation with them and they're like, but then you text them and they could freaking write you a whole paragraph. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it never interested. You know, I never had interest for the metaverse or anything like that. Because, like you said, you know, I mean, I'm 44.
Bleep that out.
Add in 86.
It's like, yeah, life sucks, but you know, deal with it. Make the best of it in reality. But obviously, these kids and generations even coming up before that, you know,
that's what
they're gonna know.
Exactly.
And like I said, it's all by design. Not to be super conspiracy nut, but as much as it's all convenience of living this life and doing this and living this out, it is a tool to obviously keep you more asleep than ever.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's their main goal.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where everybody's asleep. Mm-hmm. Right?
I mean, look at the Matrix. Is it that far-fetched?
It's not.
You know, okay, alien technological being, but the powers that be are keeping you asleep in more ways than one.
I mean, they already got all these kids stuck on the phone. They know what they're doing. They know what they're saying, what they're watching. Yep. Technically, they're already in that verse, right?
Pretty much.
Now they're just building a whole world of it.
Immerse yourself
in the
world.
Yeah, you go from third person to first person in that.
And especially when you promise these kids all their wants, right? Maybe the kid knows he's just born into a poor family. Well, maybe we'll never have a Ferrari. They're not feeding you to say, work hard, you could get there.
You don't want a Ferrari that's uncomfortable. I'm not saying that.
Well, damn.
Like, I've had one. Well, this podcast revenue afforded me the Ferrari.
Wow.
You guys didn't get a check?
I told you to sign the contract.
No. But, like, we work with cars all day. And, like, just the other day, the McLaren that pulled up.
A lot of them are uncomfortable. It's just...
They were saying that the bucket seats that's in it, it's so uncomfortable to drive. So can you imagine you're that low to the ground. The seat isn't comforting you at all. You feel everything because New York City, our pothole system is in shambles.
Pothole system.
Yeah, because you know what? They charge us an arm and a leg, and they say like, "Oh yeah, this goes to
Yeah,
rebuilding the streets." Meanwhile,
It goes into the
it looks like
politicians' pockets.
it looks like it's like worse than what Russia and Ukraine are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Craters everywhere.
But you're set to believe by, rappers and to think Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, right? All these cars. Oh man, I would love to have one, right? Whatever. But like instead of building that person, you could have it. Go be a doctor, a lawyer. It's not going to be easy. Hey, just skip all that. Plug yourself in and you have it right now.
Yeah, but it's not the same feeling. You don't get that same gratification of I made my life.
That's to you and I.
You say that
to
now.
the kids nowadays, they don't want to work.
That I think comes down to with whatever sports that they're doing as kids, everyone gets a participation trophy.
Yeah.
So no matter how much effort you put in, you still win. There's no drive for competition. There's no drive for doing better. Like, is that what you want for your kids? To have no drive, no...
That's what they want.
Like, yeah, but as parents, too.
It's our job, of course.
Like, oh, my son lost. Instead of being like, hey, it's all right. There has to be a winner and there has to be a loser. That's the consequence of, putting your hat in the ring.
Sure, you learn more when you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why you will never see a Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Again. You won't, because it was, okay, how do I get to that point? I want to be like those winners.
Look at Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe in many interviews says that he felt like he didn't have that natural born talent, but his hard work and dedication alone brought him to, if not the same level, damn near close.
I don't know how people have LeBron up ahead of him, but to me, he's my number 2.
Is that all you're going to input into this?
Kobe.
Pass me the call, Kobe.
Pass me the ball, Kobe.
But the sad part is, no. I know growing up, man, I sucked at basketball. And it used to be a teacher that played. I said the story in one of these podcasts. I busted my ass. Now, no. Kids want it the easy way, and it just gets worse every generation. And then you have a business that comes and promises you all this for no work. Do you want to be a rapper? Put that in your program. Close your eyes. Next thing you know, you're selling out Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Like, to us, we don't understand it. It's like, why would you want that fake? To the kids, it's like, why wouldn't I? It's crazy. Plug yourself in and go wherever you would like to go in this world. By the way,
yeah,
anywhere you guys been that's been awesome, or you would like to go?
That's a
so
quick
Brian did
segue,
last week, so I tried.
It was a good segue into that one.
I mean, obviously, you and I, we put in our effort. We just don't plug ourselves in.
We don't just go, Kobe. Kobe.
What does my script say? Oh, my line is up. Hey, Kobe.
That's cool.
Do you get a hand cramp?
I can't hear you because you talk with like the mic is over there.
Do you get a hand cramp writing all that stuff down?
You okay?
How about Steve, you tell us first.
Yes. I was going to be selfish and actually take.
Have you been somewhere that's been awesome, good memory, or somewhere you would like to go, or both?
I haven't been to many places. Bahamas, I guess.
Nice.
You've been there?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. I've never been there.
Okay.
I didn't know you were like.
I never been there. Okay.
No, I'm not saying like, you know.
It's all about me.
No. I'm just saying like, you know, that's not some place that I figured you would have on your repertoire.
How so? Am I like? Why would you figure that?
I thought you would have been like, you know.
Your salary stays.
Oh, wow.
No.
Wow.
No.
Which is not. It just sounds funny. Look like the person at Jersey. It's awesome for you.
Hoboken, right?
No. That's too good for you.
This is my honeymoon.
Aw.
Yes. Fuck, it's so funny.
Hoboken.
No, the Bahamas, you idiot.
Yeah.
Why I gotta be all that? You know what? I want to know how the fuck you afforded that shit.
Is it still on the credit cards? Oh, no.
No, but that's awesome. Honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing it back.
I'd like to go to Europe. Don't know exactly where. Maybe see my grandmother. Germany.
That's nice.
Obviously Rome. Everybody wants to see the Colosseum.
At least once in their life, you know.
Yeah. I just don't like planes that much.
I'm not a plane guy.
I love planes.
Really?
Yeah, and when I was in high school, you know, your paths branching, you know, where you want to be. But like you say where you want to be and no one helps you, like, okay, let's plan this out. Like even like guidance counselors, they don't help you plan. Like, all right, what you want to do is you want to do this. Maybe focus on this. At one point I thought of being like a jet pilot
No?
in the Air Force.
That's cool. That's cool.
I would have loved to.
They gotta be smart to get in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
No. But let me just retract for a little bit. You said Bahamas.
Yes.
So
How was it? 'Cause
yeah.
It was good. It was for the cruise, Norwegian Cruise Line.
Okay.
You know, you stay at the Atlantis for a day,
Mhm.
not even a whole day. I mean, it kind of sucked, but, you know, it was an experience because you'd like to be there longer opposed
Yeah.
to being on a cruise. Not that that sucked because that was my first and only time. It was cool.
I hear cool things about it. But I'm afraid of the sea.
Really?
Yeah, I have a weakness with not so much the water. It's gonna sound funny. Sharks. I'm petrified, and not all sharks. I'm just petrified of the gray white. Every time I see water, I think about it.
The great white.
Yeah.
What? The Great White Man?
I don't, it's just
Are they
a
holding you
paranoia.
down
Man.
again?
Huh?
Are they holding you down again?
Oppressing you.
But when you stood in the Bahamas, was it those like cabins that are in the water? You've seen those?
No.
No.
But that would be nice.
I've seen like videos of them. Oh man, they look fucking crazy. Where it's like a pathway and then the whole
Yeah. I'm sure it's
or
like
whatever
that now.
is in the water and like pretty cool.
It's beautiful over there.
Blue water?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
blue
like
water, white sand.
green.
Nice.
Oh, gorgeous.
I've never
even been on a cruise.
been
I
on
don't
a
like the
cruise.
water.
I've never been outside of
I don't get seasick, but I can't swim. So that naturally gives me that fear of
kind of like the
lack
shark
of
thing
defending
with me.
myself.
Mhm.
Kind of. No,
I mean-
the sharks.
It's a humongous city in the water.
A humongous what?
City. You know, it's just like, why do you have to worry about swimming? Is it going to sink?
Cruise.
I know.
I mean, that's what they thought about the Titanic,
Yeah,
and it
that
sunk.
was,
Have you seen
120
Poseidon?
years ago.
Was Poseidon a true story?
I'm pretty sure. Maybe not that one, but at some point I would sing, you know, a what is it? That wave?
Title?
A tidal wave? A
No,
tsunami?
but they have a term for it.
Typhoon?
No, it's something wave. It's a oh my god, where it's like it's a term for like not being in control. It's a I was gonna say havoc wave. I forget the term. I'll look it up. But those waves that are like bigger than usual and everything had to have happened at some point.
Tsunami?
Maybe, yeah, but there's a word for it. Not a tidal wave, but it's a
Big ass wave.
where it's like, let me just look it up.
Yeah, do
But
that.
I'm pretty sure it had to have happened. That's scary because the sea.
Well,
There's a
that's
whole
tricky
nother
because,
monster.
like, for waves to actually be above sea level, the ground has to be close. So usually stuff like that, it's like an earthquake happens in the middle of the sea.
Rogue wave
Rogue wave. Okay.
I've never actually heard of that.
is a large, unexpected, and dangerous.
What's it caused by?
Let's find out.
There you go. Some educational podcast moments.
Educational.
Rogue waves develop from swells interacting with currents and eddies and can devastate ships at sea. The depth of the water, tidal forces, wind blowing across the water, physical objects such as islands that reflect waves, and interaction with other waves. But that's actually in the movie. Poseidon, it was a rogue wave that made it go upside down and all that. Pretty sure that had happened in real life. But I've seen videos of like those fishermen and like the waves that come like that. And when you're out at sea, if you think you know what pitch black is,
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, no.
you don't know what pitch black is. And you've been there
Well, it's not pitch black.
because of the cruise.
Not
cruise
necessarily.
lights.
No?
The stars and the moon. You'd be surprised how much that. I mean, yeah, it's dark as shit, but you'd be surprised how much it lights up the sky.
And the reflection of all that. But what if there's clouds?
Sure. There's still kind of some illuminating. It's not pitch black.
Because I've seen like some videos of guys, fishermen recording. It looks black.
I mean, yeah, like I said, it's dark as shit. It's not like you can't see your hand in front of your face.
But just imagine, rogue wave knocks you
Yeah.
and you're out there. Like, that's scary
That's
as
some
hell.
scary shit, yes, of course.
And then a great white, oh.
Yeah, okay.
For my luck, he'll be waiting there like, sup, Gallo?
Got that motherfucking ass.
Swiggity swooty came in for that booty.
Wait, what?
What?
That's cool. How about you? I'll go last because, well, I guess I'm going now. I've never been outside of America.
Cool.
Really?
No.
You weren't born here though, right?
No, I was born in Ecuador, but I came when I was 2.
Yeah, so you're not really
Okay, nothing. you can remember
vacationing out
what
anywhere.
you're saying.
It wasn't a vacation. It was my dad took me from my mom. Took my mom and grandma a year to win me. And then my grandma had to come and whisk me away, get on the airplane before my father could take me back. Because, over there, laws are different, right? And I came when I was 2, and that's it. I mean, I've been to L.A., obviously Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, upstate New York.
Oh, we're listing places we've been.
Well, no, it's just I don't have cool. I've been to
Like
the Bahamas.
Like, you dropped that golden...
Like, I've never been outside of America,
Gotcha.
If you guys make us grow, maybe I could accomplish that.
You know what? Don't
We go
make
from
us
6
grow.
subscribers to 3.
Just so that he can never live that dream.
So I guess the only one that I could say, and I'll get this one out the way, is my best friend at that time. He was coming out of boot camp, and so it was a group of 3 guys, right? So me and Kishon, we decided because he was gonna hop on the plane in St. Louis, So we was like, "Yo, we'll pick you up." But it was like last minute, not even preparing. Then we started driving out like a day or something like that before to St. Louis. No sleep, no nothing, and it was a huge snowstorm. We almost lit off in all these highways and shit. But we got to him, and so I ain't really see St. Louis, but it was cool to say, "Hey, I'm in St. Louis."
Yeah.
It was quick. Like we picked them up, cool, hello, and everything with the other people, and then we just started driving back, and we went to eat somewhere, and then Idaho maybe. One of those places we ended up finding a strip club. They suck. But it's a whole different world out there. Like you from the city, like their mentality and everything is like, oh, you're from New York, and like they're all over you and everything.
Yeah, because they think you have money.
Yeah. And
You, bitch.
we almost crashed like 1,000 times because each and every one of us was falling asleep, and like you
never thought to take shifts?
we tried, and still like the one driving just. Kishon ended up doing the last one, and I don't know how he made it. Mo ended up getting drunk to the like. It was funny because Mo smoking a cigarette over and over. Kishon don't like it, so at some point he locked the window. So we went to the strip club. He got shit faced. We're driving back to New York. Since he had the window locked, Mo's in the front, and he goes, "Yo, I'm about to throw up." Trying to put the window down, don't go. Kishon forgets that he had it locked. Boom. And he's so shit-faced that I just remember him looking back going, "Yo, switch seats with me, man. I need to ride." I was like, "Fuck you."
I can't fall asleep with all this pukey.
But yeah, aside from that, like that's as far as I've gone to St. Louis. And it was just to pick him up and back. I don't have Bahamas.
Yeah, that Bahama energy.
Yeah. Where I would like to go, obviously, like Steve said, Rome, Germany. I would love to go to Tokyo. Yeah. I want to go to Tokyo.
What's in Tokyo?
What not is?
Tokians.
I know, it's just like everything you've seen, like videos and stuff, like almost like you're in the future.
Yeah, I'm sure it's beautiful. But
I mean, just the nightlife alone.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous,
like,
how everything is set up.
Vending machines? There's crazy shit of like, what don't they have in a vending machine? Like, even underwear. Like, you just go and buy. Like, it's funny.
I mean, that's actually perfect, because, like, what if you have an accident, you know?
Yeah, that's what they have it. And, like, the bathrooms are futuristic. Like, you seen the parking lots? You seen Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious? Where it's like you go and then it just keeps going around for different cars. Like, golf places on top of the roof. I don't know. It's just like, it looks cool, but I hear it's stupid expensive. Mm. But those are the places I would like to go, you know? Don't have Bahamas. Bitches.
I mean, I don't have a place where, like, I can say, oh, it was beautiful. Although I will say...
Damn, how many shit places you went to?
No, I'm saying beautiful as in, like, everything was breathtaking. But I will say that there was a trip that I went, and it was Gatlinburg, I think Tennessee.
Okay.
They had the Sky Bridge. It was made out of glass, so when you're walking over it, you look down and you see it.
Wow.
But it's like beautiful forest on top of a mountain, and you're like,
oh wow,
it's actually gorgeous. So if you're afraid of heights, probably don't go. But also, if you're an asshole that likes to jump on something like that, they will get you off.
Okay.
Because someone tried doing that when we went.
Jumping
on the bridge.
What the fuck is wrong with them?
To, like, you know, scare people. But it's a glass bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, So you just see people come in, nope, and then take you out. And like the speaker system, like they gave you one warning. And the second warning is them lifting you up and bringing you off.
Hmm.
Well, good.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Where I would like to go, to Argentina. Iguazu Falls, which is like on the cusp between Brazil and Argentina, and like I'm lying. That is not where it is.
I was about to say
That's more south, I think. The Amazon is on the cusp of.
I don't know. I forgot my geography.
Can you see Brian in Argentina? Where is this place?
Where's that? I thought there was gonna be a Starbucks.
So you never been to Argentina?
Just like Gallo, I've never been outside the United States. Well, North America. Because I went to Canada.
Okay.
Canada is like
Yeah.
Niagara Falls.
I never even done that. Damn.
The Canadian side. You're not missing much. It's like a tourist trap.
What, in the world?
No, in Niagara Falls.
Oh, no, I'm just talking about I haven't done nothing. I mean, you know.
I would like to go to Tokyo. I would also like to go to like if they have like a tour, because I don't want to go alone because I feel like that would be disrespectful. But I would like to go see like the traditional setting of Japan, like where they have like
that's where I envision it.
Like I would love to go see
Yeah.
The
that,
classic.
but as like a tour where they, they teach you the proper way of
course.
being respectful.
Yeah.
Of course.
To their traditions and not coming in like a typical American. Why don't you speak English? Like,
No, yeah. No, I would love to do that too.
There was one more place that I wanted to go.
Europe or South America?
Europe. Like Scotland, Finland.
Ooh.
The fucking beautiful landscapes.
Yeah.
Green pastures.
Iceland,
Yeah.
Greenland, yeah. I've seen pictures. Gorgeous. My goodness. You could do that. Just plug yourself in.
All right.
And you have it.
But here's the thing. It's not to you and I. It won't be the same
Of course.
feeling. It would just be an image on a screen.
Imagine if they could get it more. Like a dream feels so real until you wake up. Imagine getting it to that point.
It will.
Right?
It probably will.
It will.
But at that point, they probably need some like cerebral cortex kind of.
But yeah, I mean, is it
help.
really far-fetched?
Fucking, what is it, Neuralink?
Yeah. Neuralink.
Yeah, but I don't think the way Elon Musk is saying Neuralink is more for like people that have.
Get that, but I'm saying just the.
I don't think he's gonna try to like brand it for the
Not
metaverse.
him. Not him.
Not him, like
But
5 businessmen
gonna-
after
exactly.
that.
They're
It's going to
gonna
be like,
expand
whoa, I'll
upon
take
it.
that. And
Yeah. Right, exactly.
True.
I'm not shit on Elon.
where it's like, yeah, plug yourself in and you won't know the difference. Be like, damn, that shit was so real. Like, crazy, right?
Yeah, man.
As for the trips, you guys obviously been more than I have. We're just cool.
Well, I would like to do a Studio 115 trip.
That would be awesome.
We'll go to like Vegas.
I always wanted to.
I want to see that sphere.
You see the amount of money they're losing because they thought they were going to be bringing in more money than they.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Surprised. I always wanted to go to Nashville. Like
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee. Like music capitals.
Mm.
Okay.
That would be a cool drive. Nice little road trip for
Yeah, as a drive,
a
yeah.
few weeks.
I would love
No,
that
not
shit.
a few days.
I'd also
Fuck
like
that,
to
a few weeks.
to
Studio 115 could afford it.
drive out
I'll
to,
for a
like-
couple of weeks.
Dude, we can't even afford these right here. So.
Damn.
Why you looked at me like that though?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just
I know I can't. I just said I went to St. Louis. That's it.
And not even like stayed.
Yeah, I just
picked
went to
someone
an
up and drove
airport.
back. And then the person threw up in the car.
Fuck, I know, Steve. I can't. Okay.
I would like to also drive out to like let's say you go to Nevada, right? Into the desert where there's
Oh my God,
light
yo.
pollution. And you just stare at the
man.
night sky.
that must be so fucking awesome.
Do you know how many times when I met my lady, I said that? I said my trip is, the desert of Nevada, where you just got one diner there that's all bummied out, but probably has the best burger.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just desert. I'm like, you could ask her for years. I'm like,
And the sweet
it's so
tea
funny you say
is
that.
like all sugar, a little bit of water.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
I would love to go on a barbecue drive.
Wow.
Like hit Tennessee,
Oh.
try their barbecue. Hit Texas.
But to expand upon what you said, always had that.
Okay.
Yeah. What I said.
What he said, not
Yeah.
you said.
No,
Know your place.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry,
I'd like to go to like. Doesn't necessarily have to be tourist destinations, but just like road trip. You're in a fucking small town. Like you said, you stop at some greasy or old looking diner. Or
A
whatever the
dive
case
bar.
is.
I'm more
Dive
into the
bar,
small town, rather than the big attractions. I'd rather be in the
Yeah.
small town, looking at their history, bummy ass place. Probably come out like, damn, that food was good.
Yeah, exactly.
Local businesses that are like family owned.
Yeah.
My grandpappy, my great grandpappy built this.
What your city boys doing here?
Exactly.
Like that calls me more than going to the city
Yeah.
lights
we're like
and
Ron
everything.
Konkama.
The food chain of
What your city
whatever.
boys
Yeah, like
What?
end up in Tennessee and be like, where's your best barbecue? And it'd be like, oh, some busted ass spot, but everyone goes there because it's the best.
That's what I'm talking about.
The place is called like Bummy Pig.
Yeah. But you got the other one that's like, fancy and everything. You pay a good penny for it. Nah, I want that
Yeah.
dirty one.
I want that one that's like
Because that one's going to give you the best ribs. A brisket. I've always wanted to do a adult
film.
on the road. Yes. What is it called? Where you drive? A road trip. Adult road trip. Like we said, like, oh man, that's been. If you tell me you got that, or you could go outside of America, I'll be like, just give me that. I'm cool with that. At least to start off with, like, I've always wanted it. It's so funny you say that. Like, when you said that, I'm like, oh, I tell my wife all the time, like, that's cool.
She's gonna listen to this, but like, wife, you gonna marry me?
I said that. No.
We should do that one day.
I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. So, would you meet us over here, or would we start the road trip over there?
I don't know. Obviously, when time comes, we can figure out where we're going
Well,
and logistics of it all.
yeah. I
Because
would
then
say-
Brian and I will start already the road trip heading to Florida. And probably
Well, that's
be,
tricky because then he'll miss. Like if we go down to like Cape May, that's
Well,
like a great
yeah,
seafood
but
area.
That's his fault.
Hey, you hear that, Steve? You fucked.
I mean, we'll bring pictures. Yeah, we hit this spot up already. You know how we should do it? Make a list. I want to hit there. I
That's
want
what
to
I'm
hit
saying.
there, right? And then be like, and then as you go, you keep,
Oh.
and then you get to look at that years later, right? Like, yo, look what we did. That's fun, right? That sounds fun. Yeah, we should do it. But you know that I'm not those people. You know me. Like, we're going on, you and I, what, 6 months?
Nearing a year because I.
Damn, it's close to a year already? Shit, time flies.
Yeah, thanks for remembering.
Like 2 months, right?
Like 4 months.
You see, like, when I say something, I go for it.
Yeah, he told me.
Huh? Like everything I've told you, haven't I fall for it?
Fall for it?
He told me.
Yeah. So if you're really serious about that, let's make that shit happen in a couple of years. Let's do this.
One of my good friends used to bust my chops about doing that road trip, bro. I mean, he came from driving trucks for, cross country.
Oh, so he got to see.
He got to see, but he always wanted to go on a road trip.
Not it being, I'm just passing by because of work. Yeah,
exactly.
of course.
He wanted to experience, plot out a course, hit places along the way. Or whatever, we just never did life. But at this point in juncture, I mean, it would be cool to set aside a week.
You know how Rob, you see how Rob just goes?
Yeah.
And he says it all the time. Dude, if you don't do it, you're never going to.
Right.
And he's right.
Obviously, funds and everything
of course, you
comes into the equation.
Even if you put $10 a week in an envelope for 2-3 years, right? Imagine how much you'll have by then. And that envelope says, road trip. Sometimes it's just doing it.
It's
$10 a week for 3 years. You have $150.
Okay, that's gas. That's gas right there.
Imagine how much money you'd have. You could do it. There's 52 weeks in a year. Times that by 500.
But,
correct yourself.
I don't know. You should keep that in mind.
We'll find out right now. How much is $10 a week for a year?
According to talent.com, $10
$520.
is how much per year? If you make $10
So
per
that's
week, your yearly salary would be
$1,500.
$520.
Jeez. Imagine that was your yearly salary.
And that's only $10. Put $20 to the side.
Or 1 week that you're like, I have no bills.
Yeah. Put $100. But the point is, let's do it.
We're going to do a blood oath? You want to cut our hands?
Saturday, December 9th, 2023.
Do it. Wait, what?
Saturday, December 9th, 2023.
Very good.
Motherfucker.
Jesus.
We have said it. We're going to do it. 2-3 years we give ourselves?
I say less. Maybe 3 years.
No, I was just saying, like.
I'd say
What,
maybe
you just not going to care about us in 3 years?
Yeah, exactly. That's the...
Like we call them up. Oh, I already did this.
New phone,
Wait,
who
what?
this?
You remember who this, yes. I'm talking about like maybe next year.
All right, fuck it. I'll put the money.
Sometime.
Shit.
Possibly in 2 years.
So
I'll say probably more 2 years because
Okay.
coming up, like my family wants to do a trip.
No. Fuck
Like
them.
all of it. You heard it here, guys.
all you got to put is $10 a week. You have
I mean, yeah.
1,040.
$10? You just said it was
520 in a year. So if you figure 2 years,
you're going based
that's
on 2 years.
1,040.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
only $10, and you could still do your family stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now put $20 a week.
Have your family eat less,
All right, but let's do it. It's set. It's set in stone.
but we have to figure out where.
And what are we doing?
Well, we're
I
not going to
would-
figure that out right now.
No, I know, but I'm just saying a general sense. Like I would like to do, I wouldn't like to go north and west. I don't want to see Michigan and whatever. I'd like to go.
Fuck Michigan.
You wouldn't like to go see Wisconsin, the cheese capital of the United States?
By the way, I love cheese.
Yeah, I do too.
Any type of cheese. But man, I didn't know it was the cheese capital.
I'm pretty sure it's
Oh,
the
that's
cheese
the
capital.
whole cheese head on the...
on the Packers.
Ah, never... Okay.
I'm thinking of like old, not hick,
You want the Texas Chainsaw Massacre roads.
not necessarily, like
Because that's what I want.
Okay.
You want
You
that?
see how it's all country?
You want that Dumb and Dumber kind of like piss off like
fucking Alabama, some shit.
Texas Chainsaw, where you just Dumb and Dumber. You country,
Country fucking-
bummy, freaking diners that have the best customer service. How may I help you, honey? Yeah.
sweet tea that's give you cavities the moment you sip it.
Yeah, I mean, when we return from our trip, we'll probably have to go to the doctors for a very long time. But like, hit up those barbecue spots, those country spots.
The week after we come back, it's just IV drips. Just trying to get our levels back to normal.
How we should do it is grab them. We all should do a list of what we would like to pass. Look at the map it out where it works best for us and our interests.
We would also have to,
And that's how
allot
you
for
rock it.
drive time, because it's not like we're gonna be there in the moment.
Oh, of course. That's what makes it fun.
Did you Google the map of the United States?
I'm just getting a general sense of.
That's what makes it fun. Like, we got a 2-week vacation, guys.
Bro, just go on Google Maps. And then you can zoom in as much
Why
as
can you
want.
not zoom in an image? What's happening when you have a bootleg galaxy?
It's not a galaxy.
That shit is
It's a
called
galaxy.
It's called Andromeda.
It's a solar system.
Yo, I got the Big Dipper 10.
Not to be confused with the Little Dipper.
Hell with this. I'll look.
That's what happened. You're watching an old person navigate their phone. Oh, dang flabbit.
My time, we just, put our finger in rotary dialed.
We took out the whole map system.
You hated people having numbers with 9. Took forever.
Remember before MapQuest and GPS?
No, that was before me.
You're right.
Yes.
Break out the Hafstrom map?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned
one.
That's how I learned my roads.
You look at the cruise street and then go back, make a little.
I learned with that, and also I'm really lost. Look for a gas station or a cop.
Excuse me, how do I get to...
And then
My
it
house.
just sticks in your head, and all of a sudden you ever go back to that, you're like, oh, I've been there. Now it's easy. Now you don't think. Okay, it'll take me there. That's why we know our places.
I used to have a teacher that would be like, you have no... To like kids that were bullying people, but like had no common sense about it. He was like, I bet you have no way of like navigating. You go up to the bus driver and goes, does this pass my house?
That's funny. Yes, it's sad, but yes. On a side note, are we, well, I would assume it would be you and I, right?
What?
Heading to Florida. Then from there, we start our trip.
Oh no, man.
Shut up. Men are
plot
talking.
out like-
Men are talking.
Well,
Where?
No, the reason I ask is, are we taking into account dirty, scruffy motels? Or are we getting a vehicle?
what do you mean, like an RV?
Yeah.
Well, I think if we're gonna
I
get
mean,
an
don't
RV,
you need a CDL?
no,
No?
for an RV,
Oh.
no.
No fucking.
Um,
I'm not sleeping in the same fucking shit as you.
Why you say you and look at me? What the fuck? You saw that, right?
I did see that.
Like, not with ya. It's just me. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't sleeping with... What the fuck? Yes, you might find me. You might wake up and find me next to you. But that don't mean...
You might get a visit from the tickle monster, the cuddle bug.
But you didn't know that. Why you, like...
I would prefer like a motel, even if it's a cheap motel.
Okay. I mean, that's as far as we're going to invest. We're not going to
Yeah,
go
no.
to the...
Oh, you get a
Does
Ramada.
this have a pool? No?
Does this have a jacuzzi in the room? In each room?
No, but yeah, those dirty, scruffy, like, we're just there for the night. Okay.
Come
So
back
good.
riddled with bed bugs.
Oh, God.
I'm bringing my own sheets.
Yeah, I'll bring a sleeping bag or some shit.
I'm bringing my own sheets and whatever. But that's all I wanted to know. Like, we taking to, okay, motels. Works for me.
Yeah, that's actually a good expense to.
So now I'm gonna put 25 to the side.
We get to the moment. That's all he's put $25 on the side.
Gallo, how much you got?
You said 25, right?
I put 25 to the side.
Can I quick pay?
You got Zelle?
Zelle for thousands of dollars. You know what's crazy though? I've had friends that have done that, and they're like, it's really not as expensive as you think.
Depends on.
They say gas, obviously,
Yeah.
that you're gonna spend, but in terms of food, with those, I don't want to say run down. It gives them a bad image, but you know, the ones we want to hit,
Yeah.
the prices are nothing like what you're paying
course.
here.
It's not like you're going to Manhattan.
Exactly.
You're trying to eat, you know.
So you're really not spending, and those rundown motels, like what, maybe 40,
50,
45
60.
over there. You know, in New York, they
Yeah.
charge you what, 90 for
More.
3
Or
hours.
worse, you gotta like leave the country and come in illegally. And then they'll set you up with that, give you $5,000.
But a lot of people think, oh, that
I
shit
don't think I
takes
can,
money.
I don't think I can leave that part in.
Leave that shit in.
Leave it in? All right.
Fuck it.
That's a good joke. It was a good
Facts.
joke.
But a lot of people think, oh, how much is it going to cost me? I've had friends that have done it. And, you know, I've cried to them, like, why you ain't invite me?
Right, man.
But they've told me, like, yo, Gallo, it's really not as expensive as you might think.
I mean,
'Cause-
if we're not going to like every big top-notch tourist destination and
Like, we want
spending-
the opposite of that.
we want the kind of
When everybody's going that way, like,
yeah.
see a rundown diner that has the best ribs.
I mean, obviously, whatever route we so choose and plan on, we can see landmarks on the way.
Of course.
You know, we'll.
I did that when I went to Iowa. Not because I wanted to. I was supporting my brother. Because that's where she lived and she gave birth. You know, she went into labor. He went. But yeah, that trip was awesome. Like, I'm just driving down, right? Whatever highway that is in Iowa. I'm going to the countryside because that's where she was. I just got a motel in the city part.
Uh-huh.
And I'm driving every day. Like, it took me 2 hours every day to get over there.
Jeez.
And it was funny because the hotel was supposed to be for me and my brother. When we got there by plane that night, she met us there. The baby was there. So obviously my new nephew. Then that night my brother's like, yo, I'm going to go spend over there to be with the baby. I'm in a fucking hotel in the state I'm by myself. Like, fuck, okay, I can't tell you no. But I wasn't going to stay over there. So
They turn around, you right behind them. I'm scared.
I ended up every day driving almost 2 hours over there and 2 hours back at night, doing that for a week.
That's ridiculous.
But the highway,
Mhm.
you see the cows and the horses and the ranches and like traffic. What traffic? it's just the only law is 2 lanes. You got to be on your right lane. The left is only when you want to pass someone, but you got to get back. I didn't know that. As a New Yorker, I'm like, why is nobody on the left? What the fuck? they let me know. I was like, oh. But the view, oh, gorgeous.
That's the second time someone has said that they didn't know. I think Will, at work, he was saying that he was driving. He was like, yo, did you know that when you drive on the 2 lanes, like outside of New York City, if you drive on the left, they'll pull you over and give you a warning.
Like, if they know you're from not there, they'll give you a warning. You know, like, oh, it's a city dumbass.
I was like, yeah.
I never knew
You're
that.
supposed to drive on the right. Left is for passing only.
It's the same thing here.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, just
technically,
nobody
yeah.
follows it.
Yeah, no,
I don't know what
okay.
it follows.
no. The dumbasses with licenses don't really.
I never knew that.
No, but I mean, like, they're like increasing in New York City nowadays. It's just astronomical how much. Like just on the way to work, I think Thursday morning, driving at a red light, stopped. All of a sudden, this like white van just blows through the red light. And I'm like, do we not stop at red lights anymore? Is that just not what we're doing?
Optional.
I'm still at the red light, and I'm just seeing him down Union Turnpike, just blowing every red light. Like he'll come to a crawl to check and just go. No sirens, so it wasn't even like an unmarked. Like
I see that every day.
Yeah, really.
Every day.
And then not to mention the people just coming in and out, weaving through traffic, just in a race to get 3 car lengths ahead.
That's the mentality, man.
Yep.
They only think and see 5 feet in front of them.
And they know the sad part is they do it because there's no repercussion.
Yeah.
I'm going to get away with it one way or another. Unfortunately, right? Whether it be, and it's a touchy subject, but whether it be a race, who you know, status, whatever, you think you could get away with it. It's like, if laws are put into place, shouldn't the laws be for everyone? But that's an old thing, right? The laws is not for everyone.
It's funny how more time passes and the shorter amount of time that passes, shit gets worse and worse. Laws, especially over here, traffic violations are just like you've mentioned before, high beams. That's against the law. You're not supposed to.
You're obstructing somebody else's.
Exactly. How many times am I fucking driving at night and I gotta, like, whether you're shielding your eyes or looking away, a kid or a person could be walking and you don't, But like I said, it's shit like that. Simple citations and getting pulled over is less and less now. That's why you see all this reckless bullshit. So nobody cares. There's no ramification for it. Whatever. It's fucking lawlessness. Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
for today, so I saw a story. You guys know Shannon Doherty?
Nope.
Charmed. You ever seen that show?
Yes.
I think she was in Beverly Hills, right? Maybe she wasn't in Charmed, but I know Beverly Hills.
She's the brunette, right?
But go on,
Shannon
carry on.
Doherty.
According to Entertainment Tonight, September 2020.
Just got old pictures of her, but I know Beverly Hills 90210 she's from.
Okay.
So, I believe she... Oh, she was on Little House of the Prairie. I did not know that.
Was she also on Waste My Fucking Time?
I believe she has cancer.
Oh,
Damn.
lead with that next time.
Yeah, really.
No, yeah, she. I believe it's terminal too.
Mother.
As of November 2023, Doherty's cancer is terminal, but it doesn't mean she's slowing down. I mean, God bless her. I know her from Beverly Hills, but nonetheless, prayers out to you. Hope the best for you and your family. This has nothing to do with that situation of hers, but I was reading a story that stated she did or she's going to something breaking up with her husband because of infidelity. Mm-hmm. By all means, obviously, not an easy situation to go through, you know. But it made me think of something. So I was reading a lot of people's opinions of it, right? And is it right? No, of course not. But what I want to clarify is a lot of people were saying is, oh, Shannon Doherty's such a beautiful woman, which she is. Why would you cheat on her? Is like sex really important? Why would he have gone and strayed along somewhere else? I'm not looking at Doherty's situation, and then this goes. You could use PK and Shakira. You could use many people, non-celebrities, whatever. But my point is, it made me think of something. People are always quick to jump, right? Like, oh, he's such an asshole. How could he, have cheated on Shannon Doherty, especially in her situation? And it's not easy. And God bless. I hope, I wish that the disease, would just disappear. But of course, it's not easy what she's going through. But a lot of people always just look on that side. Men have emotions too, and vice versa. And sometimes we don't stop and think let's just use that situation, what he might be going through emotionally, mentally, and physically. And is it right? No. But sometimes men and or women stray because, of course, sometimes it's just to do it because the taboo of it, right?
Yeah.
To cheat and the excitement of it. But in other spectrums, it's also like there's something missing, right? Like you've been with each other for so long. You could say that same flame, that fire you had, dies down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in the beginning, it's sex and it's going out and it's learning each other and everything is new and awesome, right? Can you really say it's the same 5, 7, 10 years later down the line? It's not. And you have to try to find ways to keep that quote unquote flame still burning, right? And that's on both sides, the man and the woman. But I feel like sometimes it's put heavily on just the man's shoulder. Like, oh, well, you cheated, or you didn't keep the fire, or you strayed away. And we never stop to think like, okay, is it right that the man strayed away and cheated? Or how about we look on both sides?
Now, this is straying away from her personal life, right? We're not trying to come to defense for her husband.
No, I was just using an example of a lot of people attacking him of like, how could you cheat? But he's
No,
also going through stuff.
I would attack him for how could you cheat.
Like,
I feel like if she's already facing something that's so, I would call like cancer monstrous,
yeah,
she should not go through that alone. He should have been, we'll get through this, we'll face this head on, and you will not be alone the rest of the way. I got your back.
agreed. But where I come in also is I feel like as society, we kind of forget that men have emotions too.
Yes. However, let's pivot for a hot second and let's talk about separate people. Because, I feel like she's going through cancer. It's terminal.
Yeah,
That's
it's a sensitive subject, of course.
She should have been given by her spouse, husband, full faith, That's what the vow was. Now let's move on. Let's just pivot to new people. In a similar scenario, maybe no cancer, normal status of like husband wife, you know. Let's pivot to PK and Shakira.
Or you could use Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Like Amber Heard, when I first got to know, I didn't really know much of her, but she was in that movie, Never Back Down. And then when I realized, oh, she's from there, I always thought she was gorgeous. And men usually judge with their eyes, right or wrong. We usually look at a woman, damn, she's gorgeous. That's all we care about. Like,
Not necessarily. but-
No.
No.
Because when she came out and attacked Johnny Depp,
no, I'm talking
No,
about
I'm not even talking about her.
before
Just
that.
in general. He's talking about in general.
oh, in general? Okay.
But then you see the whole story
Not
come
really.
out, right? How Heard really is.
That's what I want though. That's what like when I hear something hit, news article, whatever, headline, I'm like, all right, what's the story though? I get one side, one perspective of everything. There's two other sides though. There's the opposite perspective, and then there's what's actually happening. Because each side paints themselves to
Of course.
be, you know, I did nothing wrong.
But I feel like society, we're all just very quick to jump to conclusions and judge by face value, especially when it comes to women. It's like Amber Heard is gorgeous. I mean, can it really be that hard? Can it really be that difficult? She's a man. If I was with her, what? You don't know what, obviously now we know.
Yeah,
But
she's a psycho.
yeah, you don't know how it is behind closed doors, right? We're always quick to jump like, oh, you shouldn't have cheated. You shouldn't have this. You should. What if the person, and woman or man, it's not just men, but with this topic, I'm talking about like views on how we see a woman and a man. It's like, well, you cheated, so you're a piece of garbage. Well, what if the man was pushed to cheat? Maybe she stopped taking care of herself. Maybe she's a psycho behind those closed doors, like Heard. Maybe, they just don't put their fair share of keeping that flame. And I'm not just saying that it's only the woman. Men do it too. Don't get me wrong. But we always tend to just look at the man and be like, okay, well, how did you fuck up? It's never, not never, but it's mostly not, well, let me see both sides. It's always like, well, she's beautiful. It can't be that hard. Right, PK? Or whoever? And like he
Well,
could be
with
there
the
and be like, well, you don't
PK
know how psycho she is. Maybe she's a slob. Maybe she farts every single second, and or maybe she just doesn't give sex. I mean, I always believe a relationship should be three things: mental, emotional, physical. You got to have all three working the same. I feel like 2 out of 3 cannot work. You could postpone it, but I feel physical is just as important as the mental and emotional, and as a group together, you have to keep those 3 flames burning. And
Well,
as time passes, it just gets harder, right? So you have to try to find new ways.
Well, here's the pattern, I guess you can say. Because when Shakira was with PK, like first getting together, Shakira was the mistress. He was married, and they got together. Then PK got divorced, and then went out with Shakira. So it's more of like a you leave them how you found them kind of pattern. And it's like, how can you expect a level of respect from someone if they're so easily ready to cheat on their wife? Like, what is, how do they view you at that point? If you're the person that they, like, yeah, you're being sought after, you're being desired, But then when you shift into that position of being their primary, partner, now you're going to be constantly in fear of.
He
do they
did
have
it
a
to
son?
her. What do you think makes he want? Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, in that sense, yes, I agree. What I'm talking about, I don't know how to word it.
What the
We tend
the
to always
backlash
look at like,
from society?
yeah, like we
onto-
always look at the guy. Well, how did you fuck it up? We tend to always, like, oh well, surely you're the one that fucked it up. How do you know?
I would
Maybe it was the other side.
I would definitely say that you do have a point where it's the three flames. It's
Mhm.
physical, mental, and emotional. I mean, there are times where people will be not driven, but there would be void of feeling that desire from their partner, that the moment someone, even if it's just like a mist of water, they'll gravitate to that
Yeah.
because they miss that feeling. They miss, and all rational thought
Yeah.
goes out.
You forget how, and that's what I'm talking about. Now you're seeing it. Like, yes, that rational thought went out and everything. And are we
Because you've
saying that
been
that's
so
right?
starved
Exactly.
of that.
We're not saying
Whether
that it's right
physical,
what you did.
whether it's emotional
Exactly.
caring, whether it's mental, like if you're being trash talked, put down, even if it's in a joking manner,
Exactly.
it's still a shot.
Mhm.
It's still a
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we're always quick to say, well, why did you stray?
like what I'm astonished that isn't coming to more of an attack is with the Will Smith and Jada.
Mm-hmm.
It's astounding that as a society, as a whole, we've just allowed her to completely emotionally abuse Will Smith.
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
she said it, how many times? You're not the real love of my life. We know it's Tupac.
Like, I'm not one for religion. I know I can't be like, you should do this. I'm almost certain the big man upstairs would be, or woman, big entity upstairs would be like, it's okay to walk away from this one. That you have to, what you're being pulled through anytime that she's gone to media, interviews, even her own platform.
Yeah. Red Table Talk, some shit like that.
Like, it's damaging to the psyche, to the heart. Like, and how society hasn't just turned the tables. What
Yeah.
if Will Smith was the one doing that?
You brought up so perfect. So follow me for a moment. Let's say
Okay,
she
where we
is who
going?
she is, right?
Uh-huh.
She has it out there in public for you to see. And people
Yeah.
commend her, right? Not everybody, because some are actually starting to open their eyes. But let's say you never see that, but she's still doing that to him. But you never hear of it. And then one tabloid comes out one day out of nowhere. Will Smith caught cheating. How many people would be like, he's garbage, how could he do that to her? Have a loyal wife, been with him for how long? but you don't see what was going on behind closed doors. Society will be so quick to tear his ass apart. But because we actually do see it, we kind of like look the other way. And that's my thought of like this equality. Like, we always so quick to attack someone, usually men more than anything, if they get caught. But we don't try to see the bigger picture of maybe he just went because he is just an asshole. But maybe, like you said, you get that little attention. You get that little, like what you said, that little spray of mist, right? That you're not receiving. And all of a sudden, it's hard, man. Like, being in a relationship is a full-time job of trying to maintain those three flames. And then sometimes we attack the man of like, well, why did you stray? Like, I'm pretty sure we would have destroyed Will Smith if he got caught cheating, and we ain't know shit about what's really how Jada is. How could you do that to her? But you see it, what he's going through. He's, you know, she makes him out to be like, looked at like the biggest idiot. But what if we never saw that, but she still treated him like that? We would attack him. How could you do that to her? Maybe we should see what maybe led him to stray. And that's what I mean about equality. Like, so quick to destroy the man.
Not even so quick to just, like, a man cheated. That's all the jury needs.
Yeah.
All right, guilty. That's all we needed. But for a woman
cheats.
It's like, well, what happened?
Yeah.
You open the door for the opposite gender to just be able to walk you through their feelings, but why don't you let the man walk through their feelings?
Exactly. It's almost seen as like a caveman like theory. Like, you know, well, you're the man. You don't have feelings. You're a man. You got to be.
That's why most people that they fight for equality, they don't understand that if you want equality, you're going to be treated the same exact way as men. Whether there is a pay gap or not, whether, you know, that exists, it's going to come down to, oh, I think we need this in the women's restrooms because it doesn't smell right. I don't give a fuck. It's a bathroom. It's not supposed to smell right. That's it.
The funny thing is, male bathrooms are way cleaner than females. Yeah. That's the crazy part.
Which is mine? Like, what?
But my whole point is, like you said, yeah.
They're going to just be shut down.
Oh, you got caught cheating? Okay, well, you're going to pay your wife after the divorce this much in the monthly. And the woman, it's like, well, what happened? Do you need a therapist? We'll assign you one. It's, you know, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. We're always so quick to jump the gun to the man. Why did you stray? Why did you do this? Listen, man, it works both ways. Sometimes the woman also stops keeping that flame, gets content. You know, we're not saying go have surgery and make yourself look like a model, but keep that flame.
No, time out. Because I think, who am I? I'm just me. But I'm going to throw my opinion into that ring. I think surgery has the opposite effect. I think it makes you look ugly. When you have plastic surgery and you do like Botox, whatever, even if it's just minor, it makes you look ugly. It's an immediate turnoff.
I love natural beauty. You know those little marks on women on the side of the belly that they lose a little bit of weight. What is it called?
The stretch marks?
Stretch marks or whatever, everything. Like that's sexy to me. Like little imperfections are just cute. Like, I don't want nobody perfect. There's no such thing. Like, I don't know. It's attracting, you know?
There isn't. That's not true. because to each individual, there is, whether it be scientific or whatever, there is that perfect person
In their eyes.
in their eyes,
Yeah.
in the way of communication, the way of, how everything is. The probability of finding that person is difficult, but to try to like physically appear as the perfect person, the most beautiful woman or handsome man, it's subjective. So, like, who are you really catering to? And don't say yourselves.
Of what society deems to be beautiful.
Right.
That's what it is.
Nobody goes under the knife for themselves unless it's a major surgery for health benefits. If you're doing it for physical appearance, the only time you see yourself is either in pictures or in the mirror.
I mean, that also goes to equality. If you're a man that's fat, right? Well, you should love yourself. You should take care of yourself.
Oh, I'm
You should
fluffy and I love myself.
You should eat better. Don't you know you're killing yourself, right? If it's a woman, you're standing up for all the big women. And whoa, wait a minute. Like, I'm not saying that big women are ugly. I think they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't you just trash that guy for being fat? But now you're saying, hey, you're repping all the fat women? So one is not healthy and one you're just saying, like, we always...
I will say that there is a point. There's a point where you go past, like there, for me, at least, there is a point where if I get too big, too fat, that's when I'll be like, all right, I actually need to be more healthy. And I think there is an actual point from being like a little bit overweight to then it's like, hold on, time out. Let's have a serious talk. I think health-wise, we should work on.
But what I'm saying as society, we won't say that to the woman. We'll commend her for standing up.
I mean, you could say it.
For the big
There's
woman.
a lot of consequence behind saying
you
it
get
to a
attacked
woman.
for it. But to a man, you could say,
and you won't get any.
Lose some weight, fat motherfucker. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Love yourself. To a woman, we won't. We'll say, you're speaking up for all the big women, and that's awesome because there's nothing wrong with being big, which is nothing wrong being big. But what I'm saying is, whoa, that's not equal. I mean, if I go take pictures of my feet and put it on Feet Finder, I'll make a total of $0.
Okay.
If a woman takes a picture of her feet, puts it on Feet Finder, she has potential of becoming a millionaire.
I mean, it depends. Does she have like hangnail?
It could be hangnails, and there's a market for that. I'm not lying. I mean, women, there's a woman that has made well over in the six figures of collecting her farts in a bottle. And people have bought it. Now, if you're a man, can you get away with that?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around someone wanting to buy a fart in a jar.
She has made so much money off of that. And she has menus.
Like, I heard the menus. It was Taco Tuesday.
Exactly. I'm not lying to you. Look it up. There's a whole story about it. That she has menus of what she eats and men. Now, Steve, you haven't said much. Is that equal?
Yeah, you haven't said it. I'm gonna bring you into Taco Tuesday fart jar.
But
girl.
I'm saying, is that equal? A woman could collect her farts, and it's, hey man, you finding a way to become financially independent and good for you. But if a man was to say, hey, I'm selling farts in a jar, you fucking pig.
It's disgusting regardless.
Regardless, right?
Across the board, it's
there's a
disgusting.
market. She has made so much money off of doing that. And you're saying that it's equal?
That at that point it becomes enabling. I'm sorry, I'm so far away from this mic. I was saying at that point it becomes enabling, and it's a point of like people have addiction to porn. There are sex addicts, and what they are doing is manipulating people that have those addictions into siphoning money out of them. And why it hasn't been stopped, I don't know.
Well, it's free now everywhere.
You can't buy farts in a jar anywhere.
No, I'm talking about porn.
No, well, yeah, but
my whole thing
like
is...
people are addicted to it.
Yeah. But, like, do you think, like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not equal, but it's not equal on the part that they don't want to see. They think it's not equal for the woman. No, I'm sorry. You could bash me for this. It's not equal for the man.
I think so. Here's where people don't understand. And I'm not saying you. I'm saying society, where they say equality. It's no misconception that a woman going outside at night walking the park will not feel safe. That's a given. For fear of obvious reasons. A man could do it. A man can walk.
Why? Why can a man not feel not safe?
Have you walked the park at night just to, clear your mind, Have you felt
But I'm
safe?
saying, like, can a man say, well, I don't feel safe?
A man could say, I don't feel safe, but not for the same reasons why a woman won't feel safe.
What do you mean? Like a woman being...
Yeah.
So a man can't get...
I mean, no one's going to come after this and be like, yes. Like...
Maybe it's a sicko. What if it's a woman coming to rape you?
Would that work? Like...
I mean, how many stories have you heard of, oh, well, if a woman rapes me, man, I'll just fucking take it. Like, yeah, they're good. Thank you. Like, wait a minute. Rape is rape. Why can't a man say, I got raped by a woman? They'll laugh at him. Like, but if a woman says, I got raped, which by all means, don't get me wrong. It's horrible.
No, we're not victim shaming on that one.
Please. I hope you guys are smart enough to know that's horrible. But what I mean is how we judge. It's like a woman gets raped, it's all the support. I'm here for you. A man gets raped, it's like, you got raped by a woman. That's not equal.
Like,
there's stories of men getting raped by women. It has happened many times. It's not equal. But not equal.
No, it's
to
not
the point
equal, but also like, hold on, derailing what I was gonna say. Like guys can go walk in the park, clear their head, without that looming fear.
Of what? Getting attacked?
Getting attacked. Across the board, getting attacked.
Okay. But why?
I don't know. That's just what it is. Anyway, the fuck? Why am I like? You think I'm gonna go to each and every attack victim as they're getting attacked?
Why
did you choose this person?
No, not the guy
doing
attacking.
A survey.
Why are you saying
for Gallo
the guy cannot or feels more comfortable?
I mean, just based off of our primitive mind of thinking like, yeah, I'll fend off an attacker before it actually happens. And then during, you're like, oh, now I feel completely helpless but like leading up to it, most men give ourselves the false bravado of, I can fend off anything.
Yes, of course.
Where women, I will give them that they think more rationally, and each scenario, they actually take time into logically dissecting, like, I'm not going to be able to fight off said person with a knife. Whatever it is, they think more logically than men. I will confidently say that.
But to me,
However,
that point right there,
I'm going to say that men can go out and feel free to do so without fear of being attacked, or with the confidence of, yes, I can defend myself. That's the cancel police on its way to kill me. Whereas a woman, as you can see, just joking about cancel culture, but it's true. If they come out and say something like, even if it's true or false, media, the rest of society automatically goes on their side. Then the facts come out. So it's like, for women, you're innocent until proven guilty. For men, you're guilty until proven innocent. So when people fight for that equality, they don't understand that that's also going to level out. The positives that they got should level out for everyone else. That's what true equality means. You can't keep one thing that's unfair, that's in your
and they don't understand
favor,
that. Yeah.
and then also get everything else in the benefit.
Mm-hmm. It's like, not to put you down, but no, that's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Like when everybody said, oh, Ronda Rousey could surely go against a man. No. And that's not to put Ronda Rousey down. I mean,
She could probably kick my ass.
I never liked her. She was horrible to me. She was all a hype. Amanda Nunes, to me, greatest female, the GOAT. But no. WNBA could play against the NBA? No. And that's not to say that women are less. No. That's just stating facts. But in my opinion, when it comes to all across the board, if a woman cheats, had a reason. If a man cheats, you're scum. A man, like you said, a man could technically, in theory, have a thought, and you're boasted to say, well, come on, you're a man. Go out there to walk in the park. A woman, it's like, well, no, be careful. It's dangerous out there. A woman getting raped is horrible, and I agree, it's horrible. Fuck you if you're racist. But if a man gets raped, it's, oh, come on, chin up. I don't know. I feel like the equality is not there, but not the way how people see it, that it's the women that are not equal. It's a woman could be. I'll give you a perfect example.
It's more complex than.
This is the perfect example. If a woman goes to a club, it doesn't matter how old she is, 18, 35, 67. If she's well taken care of, right? Of herself. She has a nice body, whatever. She goes to a club. She could sit down all alone. I guarantee you there's going to be one, if not way more people offering drinks, wanting to dance with her, wanting to take her out. And she don't have to spend a dime. If a single man goes to a club, depends how old you are. You old fart, why are you here, first of all? Creep. Number two, you got to go. You got to do the talking. You got to do the spending. You got to go out there. Ain't no woman. I mean, there are a few out there, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, ain't no woman really coming up to you. You get me?
No.
A woman could go and make an OnlyFans and become financially independent like this. If you and I say, yeah, you know what, we're going to try that. We ain't going nowhere.
Which, now it's the perfect time to plug in my OnlyFans. No.
But you, excuse me.
Third member.
What?
Did you fall asleep?
It seems like we're just talking about the same thing over and over and over.
No, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry that bored you.
No. You're having a
By the way, did I
discussion.
say I'm fucking happy that someone's leaving? Did you pick up of what we said over and over and over?
No.
No?
I need it one more time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, here we go. So,
What do you think?
I don't know, man. It is what it is. What are you going to do about it?
That's exactly where people make podcasts and be on the radio. From mentalities of, hey, it is what it is.
Some things, it is what it is.
Thank you for tuning in where we have our own mindset and opinion. It is what it is. Goodbye.
Are you trying to take a stand and correct it or something?
Maybe.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Maybe this, you
yeah,
know?
that would be a 90-degree uphill battle.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm not trying to change it. I'm trying to be a voice.
I think everybody realizes that. To some degree or another.
I mean, yeah, but you still have people that come out and support unanimously for these people that falsely claim. Like, just look at Amber Heard. How fast everyone was ready to drop Johnny Depp with no evidence. Just hearsay, with just her saying, this is what happened.
They did drop him. They tried to get him out of the Pirates of the Caribbean.
They did.
Yeah.
Disney fired him.
Yeah.
Everyone dropped him. Except Dior.
Yeah. Sauvage. By the way, it's a great cologne.
Oh, hell yeah. And then when they actually required to show receipts, it was a fucking shit show. Like, he was the only one producing receipts. Hey, this is what actually happened. This is this.
Recordings.
Multiple recordings.
Which, on a side note, that female defense attorney that he had, first of all, you are gorgeous. But, man, did she kick Heard's ass. Like, I've seen videos. Yo. She won an award, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. She deserves it. That was...
Man, did she wipe the floor with Heard and her attorneys? Man, she was great. And she deserved that award. She did her job.
I would say
Marry me?
that... Sorry? I like how you have a significant other.
It's all about equality. It's not about the looks. You are gorgeous. Marry me.
That's the only what's it called? What it takes to...
Steve, let me just ask you one question. That's it, okay? I'll let you go back to nap. Let's just use her. Shakira.
Hola.
So she's punching out of our work. It's 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
She tells you, hey, Steve, I got to cross over that park over there. But it gets dark early. And it's scary. Some weird guys are there, right? Would you help her?
Of course.
Now I tell you, hey, Steve, I got to cross that. It's kind of scary, guys. Would you walk with me?
Why?
Right there.
Thank you.
Right there.
Why? That's my point.
Because you don't look like Shakira, first of all.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, we all know this.
I want to go back to nap. Okay.
It's like you're beating a dead horse.
Beat these nuts. Shut up. You notice how some people only talk about what they want to talk about, yeah?
He got real lively for political.
Hold on, let's go back to Amber Heard for the 18th
But if
time,
it's something that just doesn't interest me, I'm not going to talk.
Crazy how women don't get treated.
Do you know that when it comes to topics, it's just not your topics. It's not called the Steve Show.
I'm sorry. Did you guys have fun talking for like 20 minutes?
Yeah, you know what? I did have fun,
Cool.
but I would have had even more fun with my best friend Steve.
Really, your best friend?
Yeah, but it was slowly dialing back because you're not saying shit.
You guys were kind of putting me into a lull.
Well, when you have a
You saw
show
that smile that he
called
got there?
the Steve Show, then you can talk about what you want, all right?
Shut the hell up.
No. My balls on your chin.
Huh? I think that concludes our
That concludes
broadcast for
everything.
today.
Thank you guys once again for tuning in. Some days we're going to talk about interesting things. Some days we're going to not interest Steve at all. Thank you once again, Brian, Steve, Gallo. Check you on the next one. I what?
Huh?
Couldn't hear you. Mean that your mouth is never on the mic.
Yeah. Does it hurt you to just be like... I just realized it's recording. I don't think I can keep that one in too. My family watches that.
You notice he keeps ours, right?
No, I keep my blunders as well. I try to be fair across the board.
Equal opportunity,
Yeah.